Hello, it's Mandy Stewart. I'm going to do another Pokemon character for you. This was suggested to me by my friend Mason. So I took a picture of his card so that I could draw it. The name of the character is Chansey that we're going to be drawing today. And I'm going to start with, Chansey has a nice big oval shape. But if you notice, some of the details of Chansey are what we would call in the foreground. So these kind of ears or flipper looking things, they are in front of that oval shape, as is this little foot down here, the belly. So I'm going to actually put some of those details in place first and then draw the oval shape so it looks like it's layered behind those things. So let me show you how I would start with this. I'm going to actually start with that belly shape. So we have what looks like a letter U that's closed in with a little rainbow on it, and then another little rainbow popping up. So this is Chansey's belly. And then we can add in the arm shapes. One here and one here. And these are kind of like sideways letter C's or an upside down letter V for those arm shapes. Then the face, his face, if I come up somewhere kind of up in here, I would have the smile, and then his eyes are ovals on the side like this. Something like that. And then these flippers or these kind of ears come out the side here. They almost look like fingers. And then I can do so this top one goes straight into the top of his head. And then I can have the other ones that come down on this side. And there's another one kind of tucked in behind. So now I can fit in, oh, actually I want to do this little, what looks like his little foot down here. So I'm gonna, and when I decide to place it, I just kind of look how close things are together. So the bottom of that little pocket that we did down here, you can see where the foot comes down. There's a little bit of space in between. So I would do the foot sort of kind of down in here. This like oval shape for his foot. And then I can start to connect things together. So the side of his body is going to connect his shoe up to this part where the ear sticks out, but it's not going to touch the hand. It comes out around the hand, so it's going to look something like this. And then on this side, it comes much further out. So it'll start somewhere right in here. And I want it to be nice and round, and it's going to connect down into this part. So it's kind of like I'm drawing a big letter C on this. Nice and big, like that. All right, now I need to add, he has another foot that's tucked in down here. So this will look like a letter U. Kind of looks like he's running. And then it has a tail that comes out this way. So I'm gonna come out, a little line here, and then back around, and it's gonna connect into his foot. So something like that. And that is all the details of Chansey. So now we just need to add in some color. Chansey appears to be like a really light pink. With some yellow on its belly. And I'm not sure if this is, it almost looks like an egg or something tucked in its pocket. Kind of looks like an acorn. Like it's part kangaroo or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and color everything in pink on its body. Okay, there's one other thing that I wanted to show you. So if you wanted to, this would be perfectly fine to complete Chansey just looking like this. But if you wanted to add some shading details, you can see down here where the bottom of Chansey looks like it's a darker pink. And it's like a line. You can actually draw it with a crown. It looks like a line that comes from the bottom of its tail up to this pocket, sort of goes over the pocket a little bit and then comes back down. And that whole section then you could make a darker pink, which I'm doing just by pushing a little harder with my crown. You could also actually pick a crown that is a little bit darker pink, like maybe a red violet. Here's a violet red, so I could come in and color it with that violet red. You can see how it makes it a little bit darker. Same thing with his foot down here. This back foot is kind of like it's in the shadow because it's tucked underneath him. And a little bit on this tail. So the tail is in shadows, like it looks like it has a little polka dot on it that's lighter. You can see where I drew kind of that U shape. And then I would just color in around that U shape darker. So this is sort of where the light is hitting on him or her, Chansey. And that creates that shadow. Same with the ends of these flippers or tentacles or ears, whatever they are. You could do a little bit of shading on the tip by using slightly darker colored crown, or by just pushing a little bit harder with the crown you did use to get a little darker shape or a little darker shade. It's called shading when we make a color a little bit darker than it was. Makes it look a little bit more realistic, because something that is round in shape would show shadows and highlights a little bit more drastically than something that's just flat. So yeah, and then one other thing that I missed that I want to do is this is actually colored in dark. Bottom of the eyes here. There we go. So that's Chansey. Thank you for drawing it with me, and thank you, Mason, for the suggestion. It was fun to draw it.